You know the feeling, sometimes you just want to enjoy a bowl of warm, savory, and creamy meal after a long day of work. Afterwards, dinner should be a rewarding experience. And that's what I have for you here this week, homemade chicken korma. My name is Chiyu Smith from iHeartUmami.com. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel below. I'll be sharing new Asian-inspired paleo recipe here every single Thursday. So without further ado, let me show you how to make homemade chicken korma. All right, step one, let me show you how to make a very quick but super delicious homemade korma paste. So let's see from my side camera, I have about 4 large garlic cloves and also sea salt, cumin powder, coriander powder, garam masala powder, and about 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you like a spicy food, you can use up to probably about 1/2 teaspoon, okay? But here I'm just going to use 1/4 teaspoon. And also 2 large shallots, I just roughly diced them because we're going to put them into a little food chopper here. And also 2 thumb size fresh ginger. And about 2 tablespoons of pure tomato paste. There's no salt and also no sugar added. And about a small bunch of fresh cilantro. And if you're lucky enough today, like me, to buy ones that come with this fresh root, just wash them clean and then save them. Your korma paste is going to taste even more tasty with the roots. Okay, so let's just dump everything together in the little food processor. So I'm going to chop the ingredients first before adding all the rest of the powders and seasonings. I'm gonna add in tomato paste, and we're gonna add about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I told you it's very quick, right, to blend everything together, and you made the paste by yourself and you know exactly what went in there. You know, it just feels so much better. You're not using any junk ingredients that's just gonna make you feel, you know, not comfortable, bloated later on, and it's oh my gosh, it smells so good already. And let me show you just a little tiny, just quick paste here. So today I'm going to use about 1.5 pounds of chicken breast for my homemade chicken korma. So for chicken, about 1.5 pounds, we're gonna use about 5 tablespoons of our homemade korma paste. And if you are cooking for, one thing I wanna tell you that this dish tastes freaking good. So if you are cooking for a large family, you have like 4 people or maybe even more, you can easily double the quantity and then definitely double your korma paste as well. And any extra, just store them in an ice cube tray and then freeze them. Next time when you need to make a quick homemade chicken korma, you have all the ingredients ready. Smells so good, so good. All right, so I'll be right back and let's move on to the next step. We're gonna cook already, super quick. So now this is one little extra step, and I want to show you how to make a homemade fried shallots. And this is completely up to you. If you don't want to do this, you completely skip this step, okay? But you know, since our chicken korma is going to be so creamy and rich and savory, I want to have a little, you know, contrast in your mouthfeel when you bite into it. So a little crunchy, you know, homemade fried shallots is gonna make it super good. So about 2 tablespoons to 2.5 tablespoons of coconut oil here, and you can see it's getting really hot. I'm getting really sweaty too. So I thin slice 1 large shallot, and then, you know, I just slice them from the tip to the end, and then just thin slice them like little thin strips. And I'm going to lower my heat a little bit so I don't burn my shallot because it's already pretty hot. I'm going to put that in. Yeah, you can hear a little sizzling sound. That means the temperature is right. And then what you're gonna do is, I like to just season with a little bit of sea salt You know, just like when you fry your onion rings, right? A little bit sea salt makes everything taste so much better. And, you know, just use a wooden chopstick if you have that, or just a little wooden spoon. And you're just gonna go back and forth. You know, so keep stirring it, moving it around gently so they don't get burned. And, you know, you're gonna just keep doing this maybe for a few more seconds, and then until they turn evenly golden brown. So after about 2 to 3 minutes and they turn light golden brown, and what you want to do is find a big plate and then cover with some paper towel, because we're going to scoop them out and then spread them out. So they will curl up after the paper towel sucks some oils out of it. Otherwise they will just get, you know, they won't crisp up. If you have any extra oil left, that's actually the shallot oil. So often if you read about on the recipe, you know, shallot oil, that's how you make them. So now we quickly make our homemade korma paste, and also we fry the crispy shallots. They're going to be so good later on. So now we are just going to actually start making our chicken curry. So I left that use the remainder of the shallot oil because they're so fragrant and so flavorful, and I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of ghee butter. So now what I'm gonna do is I chop another 1 shallot, and I'm just going to put it in. Ooh, a little hot. Be careful. Adjust the temperature just a little bit. And I'm just going to stir fry them for a few seconds. And then I'm going to add in 5 tablespoons of our homemade korma paste. If you accidentally add a little more, don't worry about it, because you know what, they are gonna be so good. So we're just going to stir fry the paste, and the reason we do that, you know, instead of just mix it in with the broth, is because, you know, every single time when you heat up your spices a little bit, it brings out more flavor. It intensifies everything. As long as you are not burned, you know, you're not burning your spices. So we're just gonna do this for about maybe 2 minutes or so. It smells wonderful. And there's no need for you to add any salt because, you know, basically our homemade korma paste is already seasoned. So as soon as you can smell the fragrance from our paste, I have 1.5 pounds of chicken breast here, and I thin sliced them to bite sizes. I'm just going to add it in, and I'm going to keep actually stir frying the chicken with the paste. And this is also a little bit different approach than a lot of people do. You know, most of the people probably were adding the chicken after you adding the coconut milk or other broth that you decided to use. But I found that, you know, if you, again, stir fry the chicken a little bit with the paste, first of all, it gives the meat a little bit more texture. It seals the juice inside. And later on, when you adding other broth like coconut milk, everything will just actually taste even more flavorful. Now I have to seal both sides of a chicken breast, and I am going to add in 1 can, about 14 ounces of full-fat coconut milk. It's gonna be so good. What you're gonna do is take a lid, close them, bring the broth to boil, and I'll show you 1 extra ingredient to make this whole thing taste amazing. And I have 1 pound of previously chopped butternut squash. You can also use pumpkin, and they're gonna taste just amazing. So I'm just going to add in there. And I'm going to lower the heat just to let it shimmer, okay? And cover with a lid. So until my squash or my pumpkin is cooked through. So I added 1 pound, and then if you love a lot of pumpkins or squash in your homemade chicken korma, you can add more. So just like this, let it shimmer for about 10 to 15 minutes until your squash is complete, you know, cooked through. And after that, we are going to eat. So now let's come to the final step, and also my favorite step. And then I guess you know that I'm going to eat. So see, beautiful, gorgeous homemade chicken korma. I use butternut squash. You can absolutely use pumpkin. So I have a little mint leaves here and also fresh cilantro. I'm just going to roll them up and give them a little quick chop. And it's gonna go so well with this, you know, creamy and thick and rich and sweet and savory chicken homemade korma. Just a little contrast to cool your palates a little bit. So just finely chop them and you're gonna sprinkle on top. Okay, just sprinkle on top. Ooh. Picture perfect, and the taste is also going to be perfect. Just so much better than outside delivery. Remember our crispy shallots? So, you know, see, they're completely just crispy. So good. And then I'm just going to add on top of it. Wow. Gorgeous. 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 And eat. Where should I even begin? They are so good. I'm going to take a little chicken and also, of course, this creamy broth and maybe a little bit of my butternut squash. Hopefully it's not too hot. Maybe a little shallots. Oh. Wow, so good. It's so creamy. The butternut squash just melts into your mouth. And the chicken, you know, we didn't even season the chicken at all, but because we quickly stir fry with our homemade korma paste, so it just, you know, intensify the flavor so much better. And this coconut milk mixed with our paste, it's rich, it's savory, it's sweet, it's so good. And if you like to do meal prep in advance, I will wait until they are cool and then store them in the fridge. I think they should be good for up to 3 days. You probably will want to finish them within 3 days to maintain the texture of this entire curry paste. And then if you want to actually store them in the freezer to last a little bit longer, same thing, wait until they are cool. And then perhaps you can separate to your individualized serving size in a glass container and pop them in the fridge. They should be good for about a week or two, definitely no problem. Okay, so I really hope you will give this very quick but insanely delicious dish a try at home. And if you want to download today's recipe and also learn more about my I Heart Umami Paleo online cooking school for Asian-inspired food lovers, please visit iheartumami.com. I will put a link right here and also down below. Thank you so much for spending time here with me. I had a lot of fun and I hope you will try this amazingly delicious dish at home too. I will see you again here next Thursday. Thanks. Bye.